Hello, let's continue with the contribution of Privy Council in the development of Indian legal system. In the last video, we have discussed origin and establishment of Privy Council. So let's continue with the contribution or role of Privy Council. The functioning of the Privy Council proved to be pioneer work for the legal reforms throughout the world. The Privy Council has contributed a lot in the development of Indian legal system. It served a cause of justice for more than 200 years for Indian courts before independence. As far as the judicial institution is concerned, the Privy Council was a unique and unparalleled among all the courts around the world. It set the task of ascertaining the law, formulating legal principles, molding and shaping the substantive laws in India. It also helped in introduction of the concept of rule of law on which we have set up the whole philosophy of our democratic constitution. Besides, the Privy Council also lead to the introduction of common law in India, which forms the basis almost all present Indian laws. The contribution of Privy Council in personal laws like Hindu law and Muslim law is also noteworthy. It acted as a channel through which English legal concepts came to be integrated with the body and fabric of the Indian law. It always insisted on the maintenance of the highest standards of just and judicial procedure, especially in the field of criminal justice. In this way, the decisions of Privy Council have enriched the Indian jurisprudence in many respects. Its contribution to the statute law, personal laws, and commercial laws is of great importance. Thus, during the period of 1726 to 1949, and especially after 1833 and onwards, the Privy Council has played a notable role in making a unique contribution to Indian laws and the Indian legal system. The fundamental principles of laws as laid down by Privy Council are considered as pathfinder for the Indian courts till today. At present also, the Privy Council command a great respect among Indian lawyers, judges as well as Indian public as the highest judicial institution. Some of the principles laid down by the Privy Council are still followed by the Supreme Court of India. The view taken by the Privy Council is binding on the High Courts in India till the Supreme Court has decided otherwise. One of such instances can be given in the form of principle of absolute liability as propounded by the Supreme Court in the historic Oleum gas leak case. Thus, as a whole, the contribution of Privy Council is considered as remarkable for the development of Indian legal system and Indian judicial administration. It has played a great unifying role in shaping divergent laws in India. In spite this contribution of Privy Council, it suffered from following drawbacks or demerits. So let's discuss drawbacks or demerits of Privy Council. The Judicial Committee of the Privy Council mainly consisted of the English judges who had no or very little knowledge of Indian traditions and customs or who had no knowledge of Indian laws. The location of the Privy Council was in England, far away for the common man in India, making it disadvantageous. As a result, the disposal of appeals was expensive and slow. Third, the existence of Privy Council's jurisdiction was regarded or considered as a symbol of slavery to the court because, in practice, largely staffed by the English judges. And number four, all this put the poor man in India in difficult situation for seeking justice. Abolition of jurisdiction of Privy Council. In 1933, a white paper was issued by the British government for establishment of the Supreme Court in India so as to hear appeal from Indian high courts. It was the first step in avoiding the jurisdiction of Privy Council after Indian independence. The Federal Court Enlargement of Jurisdiction Act 1948 was passed. This act enlarged the appellate jurisdiction of the federal court and also abolished the old system of filing direct appeals from the High Court to the Privy Council with or without special leave. Finally, in 19 In 1949, the Abolition of Privy Council Jurisdiction Act was passed by the Indian government. This act accordingly abolished the jurisdiction of Privy Council to entertain new appeals and petitions, as well as to dispose of any pending appeals and petitions. It also provided for transfer of all cases filed before Privy Council to the Federal Court in India. All powers of the Privy Council regarding appeals from the High Court were conferred to the Federal Court. The Privy Council remained the supreme appellate authority for India till October 1949. Thereafter, with the commencement of the Constitution of India in 1950, the Supreme Court has been established and is serving as the apex court for all purposes in India. It hears appeals from all the high courts and subordinate courts. With this, the appellate jurisdiction of the Privy Council finally came to an end. So let's conclude the history of Indian legal system is more or less based on the English legal system. In fact, the systematic development of Indian judicial institutions, judicial principles, laws, etc. has arisen during British regime itself. Besides this, the British regime in India has also developed a hierarchical judicial system in India. Thus, the highest judicial authority was conferred on a body of jurists, popularly called as Privy Council. The Privy Council was the judicial body which heard appeals from the various courts of the British colonies, including India. The Privy Council has rendered a meritorious contribution in the development of Indian legal system and judicial institutions. It introduced many fundamental legal principles in Indian legal system. It shaped and the judicial institution in India. It shaped and modeled the judicial institutions in India. As a whole, its role is very significant in developing the legal system in India as it exists presently. So, with this, these are the references. With this, I have completed Privy Council and the role of Privy Council. Thank you.